or the other
ExoFest.
The ExoFest live. All right. Hopefully everybody can hear us well. All right, so this is your second live in a row, and you're about to be moving on back up north.
Yeah, pretty soon. Well, after this weekend, heading back north.
Yeah. So tomorrow is the last day to record to get things ready for here, and then we're going to take off and planning to be at Exo Fest Thursday, hopefully by about 1 or 2. Turn my volume off. So hopefully be there about then. Start the setup a little bit, get all that stuff going here. Let me see. Let me get this set up. There we go. All right, Tommy Tyson. What's Exo Fest? It will one day eclipse the event that we are replacing this year. I think it can.
Hopefully it will.
With the format I've got in my mind, different styles, all kinds of RCs, I think it could. Dustin, what's up, buddy? Oh no, So, what's up? Paul King, Rob Conant, Pat House, hey buddy. Marcus Landry, hey buddy.
Not tonight, Marcus. We made a truce.
There are no tactical nukes tonight. Dan, RC man, what's up, buddy? Stacy, just so you guys know, there is a thunderstorm outside. Stacy's been working really hard on getting everybody arranged, all the vendors, all that stuff in place. The food truck said that they would be there, so hopefully we'll have that. They'll be there Saturday and Sunday. So, Mark Vassar, what's up? Dude, that new Arlo is actually pretty nice, man. Probably going to put a Castle ESC on the stock motor. Because honestly, put that thing on 6S, and it is just absolutely flawless. That stock brush motor, I have done the brushless, but man, I tell you, that brush motor is good, especially on 6S. I mean, it's a very low KV, so it's good on 6S. Discovery RC, Brad Wheeler. Paul King, I put on 5 sets of those. Yes, they do. I put on 5 sets of those brass face things. Pat House just got set Tempro kit. All right, good deal, Pat. It's 81 here in Michigan. Checking in 81. I wonder. I don't even know what the weather's supposed to be like. Well, I don't think it's supposed to rain, so hopefully we'll be okay with that. Pulled pork wants you.
Pulled pork. Hey, pulled pork. What's up?
Now, the 800 series brush motor, you may be onto something, because to me it reminds me of the what you call it, the old carbon motors. They had a motor deal out there. Cobalt motors from years ago. Oh. Which carbon faces do you have on yours, Paul? Because some of the carbon faces do not line up at all. So you have to have the ones that are all in line.
Oh boy, should we do another rift video?
Rift videos? If we take the rifts out and we break them, then you won't have one for the rift comp on Sunday. Because there's going to be a rift comp put on by Kane Brennan. He's putting on the rift comp at Exo Fest on Sunday.
Well, if I get enough interest in it, I might send it one more time.
Well, we've got the dirt moved back, so as long as you land on the soft sand, you can't break anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully.
Pat House, I believe you're right, man. I run that one in the older Arlo on 6S, and dude, it runs on perfectly fine. It really does.
Hey, Lyle. How's it going?
Lyle.
Actually, Marcus, wait for it. Next video get released, I'm way better air control now. Way better. I could actually land.
Yep, he's up to 1 out of 10.
More than that.
2 out of 20, or 3 out of 30.
Yeah, I still beat you at racing. You
Okay.
kept flipping.
Well, 5 out of 50 is a lot better than 1 out of 10, right?
Yep.
I agree. All right. Nitro Pimp. Man, Rob wants me to turn up the volume. I'm not turning up the volume. There's nothing else I can turn up here. Typically, I have both microphones over here at me, so we got one per right now. But Nitro Pimp, dude, I gotta be honest with you. You were right. That Funko really is fun. We got to run that today and the Mini XRT, dude. That Mini XRT is good and did not break it. Did not break that pinion, so we're good to go.
So that's any better.
Clayton needs to get a scale truck now. He's got the Executioner, but that's more of a comp truck, not scale truck, right?
Yeah, I did have a scale truck, but I actually just traded it today for a Notorious. So hopefully I get to run that before I get to leave.
You want to hit that big ramp with it, don't you?
Oh yeah, big time.
Our laptops aren't playing sound. Now they're crying about the sound again. How about this? Can you guys hear what I'm talking about now? I'm going to talk like this for you guys, all right? Here, turn it up like this. Let's see if this will work. Put it like right here. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, we'll try that right there. Marcus, I've actually got one on loan from Nitro Pimp. And I got to tell you, it's actually pretty good, man. Nitro, we did take it off the big ramp, but nothing's broke. It was good. See, we picked this up like this, and I blow poor old Marcus's eardrums out. What's the price for this weekend? $10 per day. It's $10 per the weekend. Or at least $10 for the weekend. Very, very cheap on this one. Honestly, I should have went 20. But $10 for this one. Hopefully get it built up and all that to make this event into something really, truly spectacular. That's what I'm hoping for. Just speaker. Sorry, buddy. Does Clayton have an Exo tattoo? Lyle Burns. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I do.
You know.
Yep, it's right there.
The only guy on the planet with an Exocaged tattoo. Currently. Who wants to be next?
You're next.
No.
Yep.
Dude, it's going to take me like 17 years to make 100,000 subs. Forever. Say over and out next time.
And Nitro, that Omni Terminator, love it. Thank you again for that.
Dude, we sent them things like crazy, guys. Both of us. Yeah, we did, Nitro. The shop, Minnie, what's up, buddy? Don't worry, the shop. No, don't worry, buddy. I think I've got about 4 or 5 events tentatively scheduled for 2026. Dade County at DFD, back at Callahan, then up to Cherokee. Then I'm probably going to take a summer break. And then I really want to take it a lot more north. Uh-oh. You may not be the only one.
See it happen.
Look at Lyle.
If you do it, videotape it, send it to us.
You'll be the number 2 on that one. I know, the shop. Bring cash for vendors and such. Yeah, as far as the food goes, the food truck, cash is king, buddy. So, yeah, and also the vendors, J Concepts is going to be there. Brad will be there to do. Glau said, all right. Brad will be there with Reese products. Got a nice big Reese sponsorship package from there. M2C, I got some coupon codes from him. A banner. Stacy, RC Junkyard is there. Sean, Jack's Recycle Repair, he's sending some stuff with me. Let me see. We got quite a few sponsors here, so, and I'm hoping to get this thing a lot better. I will get an Exocaged tattoo if Joe sends me that bar. He still want that Baja Ray, huh?
Get him to do it right across the chest.
How much for Thor? You want to pick up Thor pulled pork? Dude, I think he wants to put an offer down on Thor. What do you think?
It's already, wheels already on it. Everything's switched over.
Clayton is taking that thing back to Canada. He was about to just spoil your evening, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
He was about to mess him up. While y'all are drinking a pink drink. Oh, this is icy. This is lemon icy. And it's some kind of cup that Sean had. It's just icy. Any Vidavon? Well, yeah, I'll be bringing some Vidavon. For an 18th scale executioner. I just don't really have anything for that market, man. That market is pretty much saturated. Everybody's got everything, and honestly, they do it better than I do. So, Pat House, buddy, I can't wait to get this thing going. I'm telling you guys, I really want this to go big. I really do. Like I say, if I take this event to another park like Callahan, they've got all kinds of racing. I want to do every racing there, all the racing there, and it'll be a la carte. Now, and I know it was mentioned before that if you're there, is there anything to do? Yes, at every single event, we will have sub events. Okay, he'll be running the crawler event. This guy will be running the racing event and all that, and those are all a la carte. There'll be a special pricing. So if you don't want to do those, you don't have to. But when those tracks are not in use, guess what? It's fair game. You can go play around all you want. I mean, it's a fest. Let's go have fun. In the crawling stuff, when I'm at a straight crawling event, there is absolutely going to be crawling area. Cherokee, there is so much crawling, you won't believe it. So much crawling, man. Nitro Pimp. Thor is almost as historical to me as the original Superlight, SV1, which is a very cheap truck to build, but I don't think you can build it now unless you have a SCX 10.2 raw builder's kit, because that's what it was built off of. I believe you can still get that chassis off of Amazon, like $17, really cheap stuff. Trax has dropped another rebodied Slash. So lame, no one reviewed it. Oh my god, that is horrible. Pulled pork was pulling on your leg.
I'm used to it.
So I posted in the first coast on the Facebook page about their chassis rails for the new Exorcist. Okay, so this is pretty much like the file that I sent off to get a couple carbons, just a few carbons. I'm probably going to make a few more changes to this, but I mean, the butt of this looks a little bit too fat, honestly. It does look a little like a chunky butt, but anyway, I'm going to put this onto mine and hopefully give it a drive tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day to record, and then we got to pack up, and because we're heading out Thursday morning, so we got to do a lot. We got what, 4 videos today?
4 or 5, I think.
I think it was 4. We got Raminator, we got Omni Terminators, we got Funko, and the Mini Erevo
XRT.
Mini XRT, yeah. I want to keep calling Mini Erevo, but the Mini XRT. So 2 of those, 3 of those videos are directly related to Nitro Pimp. So can you go on your thing and get Nitro Pimp's channel and link it up down in here?
Yeah.
You can take care of that. It will be awesome. Get Nitro Pimp linked up. I would love to get Nitro Pimp to 1,000, because when we went to visit him, man, dude, he is not joking. He's got an insane amount of RCs. I mean, he really does. So we can get him up to 1,000. I was telling him, I'm like, when you make that first nickel, it's really amazing. It really is. It's just a weird feeling that you made a nickel, just something off of a video that you did, and it's just awesome, man. How much to hang out at the Exo booth? Nothing, buddy. Come on out. That was a dirt track bomb. It was a dirt track bomb. You're not talking about, I don't know. I don't even know what truck you're talking about. Deadbolt. Now, if they still sell a 10.2 deadbolt, you can build a Superlight off of that. When I was done with Superlight, man, if you followed along on that build, this was years ago. This is back when everybody was building 10-pound trucks. 10-pound trucks, that's where it's at. And I built one that came in at 3 pounds 10 ounces, and it just changed my whole way of building. Now most of my trucks are in the mid to low fives. That kind of seems where I generally end up. I'm not building for lightweight, but I'm not adding unnecessary lightweight either. Green guys, trip to Cherokee. This David Pig. Heck yeah, you bringing the big bus, huh? The grill and the refrigerator, dude. David Pig, yes sir. I might have to come visit you. Chainsaw, what's up, buddy? 118 Rift. That doesn't really sound stupid, but I mean, would it really work being so small? You got to have some mass to these things, right? The Cross 6 scale 6x6 looks. I don't have anything from Cross. It was monetized within 3 months, and I know it's a great feeling, man. I remember Lyle Burns, awesome, buddy. So when I remember I was at work, and I remember looking at my stats and all that, and it was like I told my buddy there, Shannon, I said, Shannon, I made 52 cents yesterday. I made enough money off of my videos to buy a drink. And my whole mentality was, oh my God, I'm making money doing this. If it was, did all that for 50 cents, well, guys, I'd still be working there. My mindset was just, let's go, let's go.
Pizza party one night. Sounds good.
Pizza party? David, where can we get pizza at? Or is it something like you can like grill pizza or something? But I'm all for it, buddy. Chainsaw, your executioner's under 5 pounds. My new Exorcist is 4.4 pounds. 4 pounds, 4 ounces. So it's actually pretty light too. But there is not much chassis. The battery is on the axle. Clayton, would you go grab the Exorcist, please? I mean, it is about as light. If I take the brass off of it, it's probably way under. It may actually be sub 4 pounds if I take the brass wheels off of it. But the way this is set up right here, the battery mounts in right here. So the little mount here. Now this chassis here is about 5 or 6 revisions back, as where this is the current revision. So this is going to go on. This is a 3mm straight print. This is a 5mm with a recess in it. So to give it a little bit more rigidity, but I will have this at Exo Fest. This will be there. I mean, so far I'm really happy with it, but man, I had to change something really important on this to get everything where it needed to be. And it's just really kind of crazy at how it's working out. But you can see, look at the compression on this thing. Get this all the way down. Look at the compression on this. How is that? Let me get you up here into the banner. There you go. I got the delay I'm messing with. Look at how much compression this thing has, man. Oh, let me get. There we go. All right, get it up in there. There we go. You guys can see the amount of compression this thing has. There is a lot of it. So it's weird building with a 525 tire because you have to build for the size tire. A 475 truck, honestly, is built different. It just is. Can you throw 525s on a 47 truck? Yeah, you sure can. But when I was doing it with mine with the other tires and stuff like that, it worked. It seemed to handle it, but you could tell it just wasn't what it was supposed to be. So hopefully this is exactly what it's supposed to be. So, and there's also a tuning mod on this thing that will allow you to quickly use. Do you guys remember years ago I did a video called tuning with rubber bands? This one, if you build one of these, has a little area right down in here and an area right here to allow you to put a rubber band right here and actually tune your front end all within seconds. Pop on, pop off, go for it. So that's something I'm working on there. I mean, over the years, I've done quite a few things, and putting this experience with that experience and just trying to make something that should be really, really nice. Okay, let me get back to you guys here. Yeah, Chainsaw, you got yours set up right, man. Honestly, I think it looks better with that other bed that pulled the cab back and you got it sunk down. I think that helped you out quite a bit there. Your Bully MOA2. See, I want to try to build some loaded dice hangers for these things. When I got to go back to Deluxe and see if they got the new beadlock loaded dice wheels. They got actual beadlocks where they're not glue on. If I get those, dude, I will find a way to make a loaded dice for these Mias axles. Even if I have to print it and get the hangers made of carbon, I can totally get that now. Get those made of carbon, which I think print should be just about fun, especially with the print that I'm using, and actually get that center of gravity. Because with those, you can actually get your weight down into the tire carcass, which is amazing. So if I do get those and I'm able to make that happen, we're talking a whole new insert, a whole new hanger structure, everything. So, and honestly, I'm getting kind of decent at designing things. Okay, let me see here. I missed a lot of them. See, this is what happens when I start running my mouth. I start running my mouth and I stop looking, which is why I generally don't have a project up here when I do a live stream, because it's all about you guys. I'll be cooking pizza. I picked up enough for you too. Dude, he's got a pizza for you.
Nice.
He needs thick crust, 24 inches. Right?
Right.
Burnt. He likes his pizza burnt like charcoal.
Right.
All right.
I lost my little wrench.
Lost your wrench?
That's going to take over or take care of that guy, but
really? Dude, you don't have your wrench anymore. What happened to your wrench? Why did we... Okay, now you got your wrench again. How did you lose your wrench? You posted his channel stuff, didn't you? Huh. Okay, you should be getting your wrench back. Actually, let me try something out right here too. Let me see. All right, let's see if you guys get your wrenches back. 814 RC, what's up, buddy? Tommy Tyson, how do you say Clayton's last name? I would say it, but since he is here,
it's Bez Weatherick.
Bez Weatherick?
Yeah.
Or I call it Best Weatherick.
Either or. It's close enough.
Best Weatherick. Okay. Best Weatherick. It's like the best weather Rick. Wouldn't remember the rubber bands. Dude, the rubber band thing was so good. And this right here will have a quick way to get in and out to adjust that. And honestly, I mean, heck, if you're gonna be, if the course you're on is really crazy climbs, pop you a couple the little small rubber bands, pop a couple on there. If the course looks like it's all downhill, take them off. If it's flat, take them off. And if you get the black ones, you probably won't even nobody know you're adjusting the truck between rounds. It's hidden in there pretty well.
There you go, Nitro. You don't have to keep bugging us anymore.
Did he get the? Does he have the wrench on yours now?
Yeah.
Yes. See, I still don't even see the wrench. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Woohoo! Nitro. All right. Best weather. Yeah. See, Nitro. He actually put it right. Best weather Rick.
Yep.
Did you see that? Bots Rods RC. Which one was you talking about? You wanted to get? Oh, the Forever. Whoever that was. Yeah. I didn't even see him. That's a 10 millimeter. Rob Bot. Oh, Rob Bot. Yeah. What's up, buddy? Found an extra wrench today in my hobby stuff. I haven't gone anywhere. Well, good deal. Picking up from last week. What was Clayton's favorite eating spot?
That barbecue place down the road.
Bono's Barbecue.
Yeah.
Bono's. Yeah, we've done Bono's. We've done Shrimp Shack. We've done Golden Corral. Was that about it? We done McDonald's yesterday. Nitro Pimp coming back from your place after we went to see Mar-a-Lago and all that. Which, yeah, dude, we know why you wanted him to stick his head out the moonroof, the sunroof, to take the picture because of the wall and all that. But he still got some good shots of it.
Boiled peanuts, that's another big one.
Boiled peanuts,
Yeah.
yes. Corn nuggets.
Another all-time favorite.
Corn nuggets, man. I told you, corn nuggets are awesome, man. Let's see. Randomly, 10 millimeters appear in my toolboxes and disappear. Did kids in school? No. Dude, I don't know what's that one. That one. Hey, yo, what's going on? RC Car Garage. I found a carbon fiber wrench for turnbuckles in a new 20 Nitro car. Yeah, I don't know why they would go through that, but yep, they're there. I have a tire-related question. For Class 2 size tires, what would you say would be the preferred Northeast Rocks Forest? Okay, when you say Class 2, are you talking you have to be Sorca legal or just anything in the 4.75 range? Because if it's just tiny trucking, we have not seen. We used to have a lot of crystals, but we don't have a crystals here anymore. Now, well, as we go, we did stop in at the Busey's. I got a little video of him going in there. And yes, just so you guys know, I know it's Buc-ee's, but I like to say Busey's just because it's a little bit odd sounding. 6 years ago, they were just good. Man, the little cheese crystals, man, them things were so good. But back in the day when you could get like 10 of them for, $5 or something, man, that was awesome, dude. And it was all nasty because the grease would be all sunk into the buns and all soggy, but man, they were so good. I don't know what it was about them things. What per Sorca sign? All right, so if you got to be Sorca on that, probably go with J Concepts Tusks. Tusks are really good anywhere. Hopefully they are for your area as well. No, Marcus, we did not get any beaver nuggets. I did not even think about beaver nuggets.
No, we got the brisket sandwich or whatever it was.
He got a brisket sandwich and I got a pulled pork sandwich. Beaver nuggets are kind of weird though, because when you're chewing on a beaver nugget, it's kind of caramelly but crunchy. It's like popcorn, but it's not. You're gonna get some beaver nuggets, dude.
Yeah. On the way back home, I will.
All right. Make sure you stop and get you some beaver nuggets. Hopefully, South Sea Billionaires Row. I did not, South Florida. I was so worried about, like getting arrested or something. I mean, you guys know. Yeah. I mean, he did jump the border to get down here.
Shh. You're not supposed to know.
I was like, Clayton, don't say a word if we get stopped. Just sit there. Oh man. I've been to Golden Corral till then. Yeah, that Golden Corral, man, it's kind of a weird thing. You go there every so often, and man, it's so awesome. But dude, you go there too much, it's like, oh, Golden Corral again. But this is going to sound really, this is going to sound really crazy. One of the best steaks I ever had was like 6 or 7 years ago. It was pre-COVID. Was at a Golden Corral. Dude, that steak was like this thick, and it was seasoned. It was just phenomenal, dude. We could not believe how good it. Me, Mark, and Gary were all there. I don't think Sean was there, but yeah, we went there, dude. It was awesome. We went to that place quite a few times. Okay, and we would go in if the waitress was there that knew us, dude. She would have our table ready to go because we always tip good. She would have our table ready to go with all of our drinks there. She knew exactly what we wanted, everything. I was like, dude, this was awesome. Last year, one time, I'm like, what if we go to a different table? She goes, I'll come get you. Yes, ma'am. You know, simple as that. Does the platform matter? I'm looking at the Red Cat Ascent as a class 2 rig of choice. Joseph, if you're willing to put some time into it, the Red Cat Ascent is a phenomenal vehicle. It really is. It's really reliable. It's a really good truck. But man, if you can swing it when it comes to competition level type stuff, go ahead and go for the Vanquish stance. Not saying anything bad about the Ascent. The Ascent is phenomenal. And I have seen some do some amazing things, okay, right here in my backyard. But man, that Vanquish stance is pretty awesome. Clayton does look a little. All right, Lyle, buddy, catch you later, buddy. As I know, I'm going brushless. Okay, Joseph, when you do that and you go brushless with it, look at the with the Ascent, look at the cost of doing a fusion motor and a better. Well, the servo is actually the same between the normal Ascent and the carbon chassis Ascent. What's that? A fusion.
The C
No,
or the Pro?
No, the Ascent Fusion. Is that what it is?
It's a Fusion. Yeah.
Ascent Fusion. Yeah. So yeah, look at that one. You already get the brushless 2-in-1 in there. They run really good. They're going to have the same wheels and tires though, and the tires are one of the things that you really want to change out on that truck. How many? Oh yeah, spatial. UDR is loaded with screws all over the place. The Sequire System 1800. Man, Joseph, consider the Fusion SE, buddy. Really, consider the Fusion SE. It's a really good 2-in-1, buddy. It really is. If you want to throw a little bit more at it, the Fusion Pro. Now, I do know in the past, the Fusion SE, it had a higher RPM startup, but I believe they have changed the board on the SE from some of the results that I've been seeing, is that the Fusion SE now has the same drive as what the Fusion Pro does. So the startup is the same nice low RPM startup. So might be something to really think about that SE. The Ascent Fusion comes with one in there. So just a thought, man. It's super simple, really nice, major clean install and everything, buddy. The 4-link modding. Joseph, you're going to end up having a bunch of money into this budget truck of yours. You know that, right?
You're better off just starting off an executioner at that point.
Well, the thing about the Executioner is, I mean, even with the Executioner is actually really reasonable to build. Uh, I mean, you build it yourself, it's really reasonable. The whole chassis, all the links, everything is like 160 bucks, right? But then you got your axles. If you go with the Mias axles, you're looking at roughly 200 for those. So that's what 360 right there. Then you're going to have what about 100 bucks in shocks if you go with the deluxe shocks, which I highly recommend. Then you got about a $50 transmission or a $150 transmission, depending on which one you want to spend. Probably the $50 one.
Then the Fusion Pro.
And then Fusion Pro at 150, which I highly recommend for that truck.
Don't get it 1800. Not worth it. Not enough power.
Yeah, you had the old one, and there was something up with that system. Something was up with that, buddy. Yeah, he had an ancient, like a 1800 Pro, but something wasn't right with it. I'm not sure exactly what. Yeah, space for room. Forward skid design is what's consistent getting platforms. Build ground up. Yep, and some Big Egg, you're right. Some of the most extreme forward skids are poised, I believe. They have some of the most extreme forward skids. Mine are forward, but they're not extreme like that. There's a crystals in Stark? Really? Stark isn't too far from here.
Are you on the way to Cherokee?
No, Stark is in the other direction.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But no, wait, I'm thinking of Lottie. I don't know yet. I'm sure we'll find something on the way. Right, Justin. I mean, from what I've been hearing from you, which is what I was kind of relaying here, that the startup and crawl is actually as good as the Pro now. When it first came out, it wasn't, and I was able to show the difference that it wasn't. But now it's like they really are. Good, runs hot. So much more control of brushless sensors. Budget crawler. Really, Nitro? There is such a thing, buddy. Pat House, you got a point. You got a point. I've not messed with Chat GTP too much. I'm trying to build an I-beam. Well, Miggy, when I did mine, if you recall mine, I had that carbon chassis. I should have just did the normal chassis because I had some clearance issues with that thing. Yeah, I did the 1/8 size motor where the drive shaft right on that onto a TRX4 rear axle, so I had some decent gearing. It worked okay. It was definitely interesting. I'm gonna be bringing any. Am I gonna be bringing any Executioners to the event? Not only am I bringing Executioners, I'm bringing all my Executioner bins. So if you come up and you want to pick up yourself an Executioner kit, whatever I've got, I should have everything you need to get you set up, at least with the parts that I provide. Okay. I'm trying to get axles from Mias, but could I get the normal capper axles? Yes, but those aren't the ones I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get these axles from Mias right here. I have a video. I think they said I could release the video, but I'd really like to have the axles be available when I release it, you know? But what it is this is a special set of capper axles by Mias. The front is actually 5 millimeters narrower than the capper, and the rear is 10 millimeters narrower. The reason for the offset is because the front, well, you can position the front while you're driving a lot easier than the rear. And with the rear, with the right offset wheels, you can get these things to actually be as narrow or narrower than a normal SCX10 with normal offset wheels. And you end up with, that's going to be hard to show you guys, but a perfect pass through, as I call it. Nothing to catch. So you have a perfect pass through, and that's really important. I also just showed something I shouldn't have showed, but it'll be all right. We're going to test this thing out, and you guys will see it at Exo Fest. Let me see here. John did my Fusion truck and was actually impressed at how slow it crawled, he said. His benchmark for his 2-in-1s. Justin, well, I like his 2-in-1s, but I think he needs to refine them a little bit more.
In Marcus, my AC in my truck's actually started working. I just tried it out today, so I won't be dying from the heat.
I got to talk to Spatial Audio, buddy. I've got those shocks, and dude, they're garbage. The cheap ones off of Amazon, I've got those. If you can afford it, get the real deal, buddy. I've got those shocks in the bin down here. I've tried them on 2 different trucks. I always find myself throwing down a little bit more money and getting real deluxe shocks. It took me a long time to come around to the fact that, they really are that good, but they really are. Personal experience. Believe me, I would much rather not spend $100+ on a set of shocks. I don't want to spend that much money on shocks. I mean, it's just a shock, right? But I can tell you from firsthand experience, there is a difference in those shocks, which is why you see those on every new truck that I build. To me, it's like Travis Vance at Addictive RC. If I need a chassis built, there is nobody else I'm calling for a chassis. I'm getting a hold of Travis. He's not cheap, but he does the best work I've ever seen. So Travis is my chassis builder. When it comes to shocks, unless you're talking something like a basher or something crazy, which doesn't matter. If I'm building a crawler, it's going to get deluxe. That's personal preference, personal experience with shocks. Guada Hobby, what's up? Mark, you spent a few hours in my shop yesterday at 70. Clayton looked happy. Haven't gotten better info, but how is the bump steer on the Ascent? Because no one is, people really exaggerate the bump steer on that truck. It's really not too bad. One of the things you've got to do, if you can control that front axle as far as the droop and all that, then it's really not, it really isn't noticeable. Does it have a little bit? Yes. And don't waste your money on that center mounted servo junk. Just leave it in the factory location. If you can brace this panhard mounts, that's a big deal. If the panhard mounts are flexing, you'll lose a lot of steering on that thing, okay? So, and if you do the 4-link, you'll end up having servo on axle, so you won't even have to deal with that later on down the road, right? Not as bad as the Hobby Plus, 13 and crawlers. Oh my goodness, here. I've missed a lot of them having a Jerry Odom, what's up, buddy? My Evo Pro, can we take porta box design down to lose the slop? Evo Pro. Isn't that one over there? No, wait, that one. Never mind. Sorry, I can't talk about that. Joe, the Muse axles, how much wider are they than the F10s? You're talking about the new one? I would have to actually take a measurement for you. Clayton, if you wanted to, I've got that at the VRD Carbon right there.
Or beside the blue one?
Yeah, the wrap blue one. And the transmission is out and all, but we could pull the wheels and tires off of that, pull the wheels and tires off of this, and put them side by side. We could give you that if you want real quick. Yeah, because just the drill thing and all those over there. That way we can get an actual hex to hex measurement, which is better because I've got different offsets and 525s, all that stuff like that. At least we can get a good, eyeball on that because I actually haven't done that yet. Justin, I agree, buddy. Yeah, not the shocks for sure. The rebuild kit. I just realized I have 10 different 2-in-1 motors now. Sorry, Pat, but you done good, buddy. The millions warranty on it. I agree, Justin. I agree, buddy. I know. Spatial, yeah. Having a problem keeping my 1100 cool in my Creighton 8S. So the Hyperflow fan's really good. Searching. Hyperflow fans are awesome. They work even better when you get them on a heat sink. If you can heat sink them things, it would be a lot better off. That adapter thing is sitting right over there with the drill, like on the white bend tops. I think it's sitting right in there. The little 7mm driver. If it's in there, grab that and zip these things off. If not, then
Yeah, it's up there.
okay, it's over there somewhere. But anyway, yeah, he'll get these off. RC East, what's up, buddy? Any springs in it from the get go. As far as if you're gonna run them without any springs, you're talking just a simple droop setup. I think you would want to have it a little bit thicker. And why you got it? What? I'm not sure what weight oil comes in those things. I think maybe 30 weight comes in them. If 30 weight comes in them, do like 50, like 20 weight higher. See, I've got the Traxxas shocks, but the number one reason I like these are them offset caps. And then the shocks, I don't have any leaks out of these shocks. I run them upside down, but still, I really like the deluxe shocks. Put it that way. Yeah, it's got the shot mark on it. There we go. Traxxas 26. Now, when you say 2660 big bores, are you talking about the same ones that are on a TRX4? Because I know people were modifying those for a while. Pat House, are you in the lower mainland, Clayton? For you. Question for you.
Or where?
Pat House.
No, from Thunder Bay, Ontario. So I'll be
Thunder Bay, Ontario.
kind of 3 hours from Minneapolis.
3 hours north of Minneapolis. Insane BMX. Hey, buddy. I'm doing what I can, man. There are some cheap hot racing springs. Not much cheaper. See, Justin, I have not had leaks out of mine, buddy. So I can't comment on the seal pack. Many springs that are not prepared. Comes in a 3D printer. Spring cup adapters. I've never printed spring cup adapters. I'm sure I could. Tow motors and rookie numbers. I'm a nitro guy. I'm at 30. Brought several fans and brought two. Okay. Cool Foon. Mirror, what's up? I was using low kV boat motors and high voltage before. Now I'm all on 2-in-1. Dude, when I built the Executioner, the number one requirement was to get that 2-in-1 in there, that fusion. And that's why I took so much time to get that tucked down into there. That's why when you build an Executioner correctly with that fusion, especially with like the OD3 transmission, with the Reefs, you got more room in there, but with the OD3, dude, you're only talking a millimeter or two from the servo mount. And it is right there, buddy. Right there. A bottle of 40 weight, 60 weight was on standby. Should I slap some hair bands on them? Hair bands? Just put some 60 in there and call it a day. But more with the offset. This cap work with the Traxxas. Really? The deluxe shock caps work on Traxxas shocks? Really? Well, then I need somebody to send me a link to the 2660s so I can see what you guys are bragging about here, so I can try to figure that part out too, huh? Man, I really like these darn springs though. Especially like I got the ultra sauce on here. So, all right. RC East is Canadian as well. Check him out.
Oh, nice.
Well, speak to him in Canadian or something.
How's it going, eh? How's the weather up there?
All right. Vidavon or ADU? What is ADU? That's even some of my crawlers at my house. Oh, 2658 shock truss. If you need super short socks for UTB 18. So I need to get a link to the 2660s if that's what you guys are liking, and I'll give them a shot, you know. The only thing to be better than 2-in-1 is if they make a 3-in-1 with a good radio. You know, Pat, I asked somebody about that to do, and I believe I was talking with Furatech on this. I said, give us a 3-in-1, like what you're saying, with the ESC receiver all in one unit, right? He said the issue with that is electro interference. The magnetics of the motor, the fluctuations, and all that seem to affect the receiver. Why it doesn't affect the ESC, that I don't know. I do know this. Years ago, I had the Hobbywing Axe 3300, the big one, and I had that in, I think it was a TRX4, and the motor inbuilt was right up against the servo. We're talking like close like what we are now with the Fusion Pros, which I don't have any issue with, but it was right there, and it would never drive right. It was always sporadic. All of a sudden, bam, it would hit for no reason and stop, reset. And I believe it was the magnetics from the motor affecting the ESC, or affecting the motor. The Axe had the separate ESC. It was affecting the encoder, I believe is what it was. But it was kind of one of those weird things. As long as you didn't have the servo directly up against the motor like what I did, they ran perfectly. I do believe, Pat House, I do believe they used to offer the Traxxas X seals in their shocks. Lathe as soon as they get it going on sale. I got a cheap lathe, but it won't do anything good though. Cuts brass. Spatial Sorry. Deluxe. I still recommend Deluxe, especially on full custom. Man, I build everything on Deluxe. I do. I sent you a bunch of info, Joe, on Facebook messaging. Okay. Vidavon has a good warranty, but they understand how we drive our vehicles. Like things wear out. You know, a lot of the Vidavon links and all that. It was, or is it sorry? How do you say sorry?
It's sorry, eh?
Sorry, eh? Sorry, aces. But I mean, things do wear out. So I mean, if you get something and it doesn't work, doesn't fit, or is improperly made, which is rare, it does happen though. He'll take care of you. If you break something that's like, wow, you broke that, he'll take care of you. But if it's something where like you take a SCX6 front housing, you jump it, you know, off of a 400-story building, 400-story, they have those, and then you bend it, he's probably not going to warranty that. I mean, there are limits to what you can warranty and what you cannot. And when you get into the cannots, that's when everybody gets all mad and they go to Facebook and they cry and whine, when the problem is their fault. They're the ones that caused the problem. And they're trying to blame somebody else and get free stuff for it. No, when I break stuff here, I got to buy parts to fix it. You know, simple as that. And usually when I break something, it's on camera. So I couldn't really go back and say, hey, your part broke for no reason. They're like, hey, we saw your video. Too bad. Just kind of the way it works. I don't get to hide things very much. Buggy racing. I do recall that. Yes, I had a brick mailbox into a 40, broke my Vidavon bulkhead and EXP. Spatial, buddy. I gotta be honest with you. You're gonna have to pick up some parts for that. I do have Creighton 8S bulkheads on the way though. Sorry, Marcus. Hey Joe, have you heard anything on why Spectrum stopped selling the ISXR? I didn't realize they stopped selling it. I mean, it was a very, very expensive radio. I have one, and I gotta be honest with you, the radio is absolutely magnificent. Super smooth. It's got all the race features at all. And like with my low C truggy, it's got the smart ESC, all that stuff, and dude, it works so beautifully. So I really like the radio, but it's a $700 Spectrum in a world of $700 Futabas. I mean, sorry, but Futaba's got the better name when it comes to radios, doesn't it? So I don't think I've ever seen anybody at any race other than me using the ISXR radio. Dealers used to use X rings, now they use a standard O ring. You can't beat tracks on certain things. I agree. So we got Jumbo by Magnetic Fields. Never thought of doing something with pulling trucks at the Exoplex. Big Egg, I actually have the RC four-wheel drive 1/10 scale pull sled here. The one with the little carrier thing and all that. I literally have that sitting right over here. Yes, we have discussed doing an indoor pull with them. Just the electrics and stuff like that. We could probably do nitros when it's winter time, but we just have to set a pad up or something. And yes, we have discussed doing a pull series here. Has it happened? Nope. We discussed doing a lot of things here, but most of them never happened. But I do have that sled right here. Nitro Pimp is correct. Yes. Best one of motors in the industry. Lifetime on condition. Told me I beat the creek. If I run it over with my pickup truck, it's in them picks. You want to see it? You know, Justin, I have had some people that have broken different things, and it was their fault 100%. But I try to get the truth out of them, and it's usually I hit this, I hit that, I did this, I did that, you know. And as long as they come clean and don't try to say, I was just looking at it, set it on the table, and the chassis broke apart. As long as they don't give me some BS line like that, you know, they tell me what they were doing. It's like, okay, do you have a picture or video? Because whatever you break, maybe I can make an adjustment, you know, and not have it break next time. So basically, if you break it, that's R&D for me, right? Clayton, you haven't said anything in a while. I've been taking over, haven't I?
So you do your thing.
They've been you guys have been keeping me talking really good. Make more insert peg. Did I get a chance to make more insert peg weights? Actually, yes. Clayton has cut quite a few of them. They aren't listed on the website yet, but yes, we do have enough to bag up and make some sets. Those little pegs. They're a pain in the butt to make, aren't they? Pain. God, they're so annoying to make. They really are. Oh. I only like the IXSR for the flashlight. This is a $700 flashlight. But dude, I will tell you this, when the IXSR, when you let that battery go dead in that thing, dude, it's dead. You don't just put it on the charger for 20 minutes and you're back up. Now, that thing is dead for hours. But man, as far as like the control, the drivability, the tunability of it, man, it's really a nice radio. It really is. And the deadlift. Charles Pope. Yes, we do have the deadlift. Charles built a deadlift that I was hoping we would have enough time this week to paint it, dress it up, and get that going. But the deadlift is he built this frame that comes up with a couple rollers and you pull flat, right? So you hook your rear axle, and the higher it pulls up, the more chain is hanging. So you have a progressive weight that you're trying to pull. We do need to get that one. I was hoping me and Clayton would have some free time to, you know, do it, because I want to do the concrete party out there.
God, that never happened.
We haven't had a chance to do that. Haven't had a chance to get your thing fixed up like it should be. It's like, man,
we're trying to plan on doing the track, and
everything
kind of started, but never finished.
We're hoping tomorrow morning that we can actually get out and do the NASCAR and the Red Cat STKs, because Nitro Pimp gave him a Red Cat STK as well. So I'm like, dude, let's go race these things. We were trying to get it done today, and we did not get it done today. It was just like, man, we tried, did not get it. Same point. Awesome. Yes, sir, Big Egg. Someone said pulling. Yes. Now, Tommy Tyson, man, he runs some of the best tug of war events out there, buddy. Let me tell you. You're not taking care of me for my stupidity. I snapped the bolt off in the main servo gear of a G13 Pro. Dude, the G13 Pro is a really good servo. And for $100, are they still $100? That's a really good buy in the RC world for servos. It really is. That is actually really good. You're right, Justin. My favorite TPU for inserts. Man, I just use a 95A Overture. I've got my stuff figured out to where everything runs perfectly fine. Now, when you find the TPU that you want and you tune and you set up your program to work with that material, throwing another brand in there doesn't generally work. It's like I run a giant arm for the Pro codes and the larger 0.6 nozzle stuff. For the 0.4 nozzle, I run the Overture. And obviously, a little different speed, a little different flow rate. You got all that stuff to contend with. So once you find what you like and what you can get, which for me, it was the Overture off of Amazon, man, I've ordered so much of that stuff, it ain't even funny. I wish I could get like a dealership on that stuff, you know, so I can actually get it at cost versus paying premium for it. But once you get that figured out, you really kind of got to stay there, because you're not just going to throw a different filament in there and print the same insert I have in these and expect it to be the same. It's just not. Get Clayton some Trucker's Helpers. Trucker's Helper from Buc-ee's? Now, when we go up off of 75, I think it's exit 212, I think it is. No, maybe not. But there's an exit. We got to stop in at that Buc-ee's. The Buc-ee's there seems to be like twice as big as the one we stopped in off in.
It's bigger than that one?
I believe it's about twice as big as that one.
Okay, what was that thing called? Wants me to try?
What?
Buc-ee's Helper or something?
Yeah, I don't know what a Buc-ee's Helper is. I say Trucker's Helper. I've been thinking about buying a radio controlled boat. I don't know if I should because I don't live near water. Well, Torpedo Law, if you don't live near water, do you have a swimming pool? You could get one of the little pool boats, you know, and mess around with that. I mean, I have a couple boats, but I don't really go to the water very much, which is kind of crazy because I live around water, but I rarely go to it. Now, as far as the boats go, if you get something like the Sonic Wake, as long as you have everything set up in there, if you flip it over, it'll self-right, which is really nice. Does the new Traxxas one have the self-righting to it? I believe it does. Nitro only if you get foam unsinkable boat. Perfect with the 95 Polymaker. Yes, it's good news for me. Set of front and rear files for $475. Yeah, Joseph, you'll have to you're gonna have some trial and error before you figure out lines, sizes. It's really kind of hard to explain. I know there was one guy, he told me he got him a printer. He had some TPU and he was printing his inserts, and he was wondering why it was taking like another 26 hours to finish this one insert. I'm like, what? For a 475, you should be done in 4 to 6 hours. 6 hours for a really slow, intricate print job. 4 hours for a fairly quick, simple one. Yeah, he said it printed a brick. Not approved by my wife. Trucker's Helper for when you need a boost. Oh, energy drink. The salmon habitats. Oh, you probably don't want to mess with that, buddy. Yeah. A Trucker's Helper is a travel catheter. You know what that is?
Yep. No thanks.
Okay. Okay. He says no thanks to that one. Speaking of that thing,
Why? So not working?
yeah, it's working.
Oh, it's working. Okay.
Okay, dude. So
What?
you've now been here for a solid week. Okay. What's your experience so far at the Exoplex and trying to hang out with me?
Well, hang on with you is like chaotic, pretty much. Like controlled chaos. Like it's hard to explain it. Like you're out there, you're working all the time. Either you're on the computer, you're out here trying to make videos. But being out here at the Exoplex is awesome. You can do everything here. Doing all the lines was pretty challenging. Actually, learning how to crawl properly, doing the comp stuff, trying to do the gates. That's all new to me. Trying to learn air control. That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Trying to do that. But using all the big rigs. That was fun. First time using a 12S vehicle.
Yeah. He got to drive the Raminator today.
And you got to jump over me with it.
Yes, I jumped over him with my Raminator. I was a little bit worried about that. I was like, dude, be ready to move. Because, man, you got this 100-pound monster coming up the ramp. If it, for some reason, loses power or something, whoo, that would not have been good.
And Marcus, pretty much, this guy starts getting busy and hires me. I'll move to America right away.
If I ever make enough money to hire somebody, Clayton's at the top of the list. Absolutely. I'm running stuff right with the M41. The M41. I have the Blackjack 42, and that thing will come up pretty quick. I'm always scared when I pilot that thing because if not, I got to go swimming. And the water where we run our boats in usually isn't the kind you want to go swimming in.
Should have brought the boat that one day.
Where?
We went to the beach.
No, I've done that one time. I've been there, done that in the beach, and I'm like, no way. There are tons you get your truck. Think about that DJI drone that follows you automatically. Now, mine has a follow feature, but I'm afraid where I'm out there, it just, I got too many trees and stuff. I'm afraid. I know it does have the obstacle avoidance system and all that, so maybe it's better than what I'm thinking. I just haven't actually tried it that much yet. I built a super skill. I actually had the super skill 2020 suspension kit, but I never put the darn thing in. You got to have 4 servos and all kinds of stuff to make this work. It's basically a suspension gyro is what it is. Oh, so it came with the Clayton. Yes, you answered Marcus right there. Any cab only body would fit if you use Reezer front clip mount. Okay, I missed something from Justin. Active suspension kit I've seen on Drifter 4 drive would do myself, but it's neat. It is neat. It really is. Now, Shad, many years ago, I had a nitro outboard tunnel hole. I got it from somebody or something. I finally got that thing running because it had like the cone at the top of it. So you had like the bump starter. It was actually pretty cool, except for when you got to go swimming. I did put it in the water a few times, and that thing would scream, man. But then you got to go swimming.
Actually, I've never seen that one run yet.
Huh?
The big ram bouncer.
Well, it's actually together. It's ready to go. Ram bouncer is ready. We got to box or pack up one of them, either the Ram bouncer or the Raminator for Exo Fest. I'm not sure which one. Probably not both of them.
You see how many SEX6s it takes to pull one?
I am not new to printing. My sliced GK for tires are 4 hours. Then Joseph, it looks like you know what you're doing, buddy. Because yeah, if you got about a 4-ish hours long print, that's about right. I have them. They run anywhere from 3.5, depending on what the print is, to some of them actually do take about 6 or 7 hours. But it's a lot more of a design in the print, if that makes any sense. It's like some 2.2s just simply being larger itself, takes up a lot of time. You can only push the TPU so fast until you just start having issues. Not long after don't host sign here. I want the 12S my DBX series. Should I do Max 5 G2 or Max 4? I have the Max 4 560 in mind, but you could do the Max 5 G2 with the 800 in yours and have a lot lighter of a vehicle and possibly faster, because you're only talking 560 kV, which is a lot lower RPM than what the 800 is. So, and the 800 is going to push that thing really good at 12S. You may have more of a heat issue with the 800 and the smaller ESC, but if you're only going out there for a few minutes, you blast that thing, have a good time, and put it away, it'll be perfectly fine. If you want to go out there and try to run all day long on 12S, you're going to need the bigger system and probably spare parts for your truck. Nice next relief, that side of the vehicle. I wonder if we break the deadlift record this weekend. Tommy, what is the deadlift record? I'm assuming you have different weight classes for that. 41 is too good. Tommy, 14 pounds. Yeah. If I hooked a raminator to it, I could probably get 15 or 16 pounds out of it. I got a 100-pound truck.
What if Thor compute it?
I don't think, no, I would not put Thor into that. Remember, Thor has the old Crawlmaster Mini V2 ESC. You would more than likely put that ESC into smoke status, buddy. So, yeah. The rest of Thor is strong enough to pull a house. But I think that ESC would not be happy with that kind of a sustained load on it. I'm not going to run any MT racing at the event. If we have a bunch of monster trucks show up like the Low C or SMT, you know what? I'm totally fine with setting up a little course and letting you guys run Vegas style. I would. One of the goals that I would love to see, I would need Nitro Pimp here and everybody around. I would absolutely love to do an actual Monster Jam style race setup with raminators. The crazy thing is, you're going to have at least what? $10, $12, $15,000 between two trucks at the starting line almost every time you take off, which I think will be pretty cool. And then you could do the freestyle, which, God, that would hurt, wouldn't it? Yeah, Nitro Pimp, I would love to see that, man. All right, so Tiny Trucking wants to see the Raminator with a shiny body. Where the Tyco fast? Yes, I think I had a fast tracks. Ever have any people over on your track or use your jumps? Yes, Wesley. Every weekend. Every weekend. Natural boats are a blast. Definitely have to have a recovery boat or use something. That's right, Shad. I'm putting an 8S system in my Big Rock 6S, but I think I should upgrade the M2C axles and brace. You're probably going to need more upgrades than that, buddy. I mean, the rest of my Tyco is my stuff. Should have kept it. Yep. Is there any kind of event schedule posted? I believe yes. Stacy, I believe Stacy posted the event schedule somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Did she post it?
Pretty sure I've seen it on Facebook.
On Facebook, on the Exo Fest page or somewhere. But yes, Saturday morning will be registration, sign in, $10, give you a wristband. The wristband will have a number on it. We are wristband numbered up to 200. Is that where we're at on the wristbands?
Yeah, 200.
So if we go over that and have to write down more numbers, that's just going to be awesome. So just going to be awesome. Let me see if did she list it in there? Don't know.
Just trying to find the chat.
I don't know. We'll have to find it. Okay. Yes. She posts right on the event page. Click the events right there. Click that and see if that's down in there. I need to try to updating that darn banner on Facebook is so weird. It's like on the phone you got to have a square one. On the computer you can have this one, and it doesn't like to work well together. Yeah, see if you can check that one out. See if it's down in there. And just scroll down and see if it's ExoFest schedule. Yes. Can you link that? If you can copy that. This is on Facebook now. See if you can post that in there. Talk to No Limit RC with her now. That's all they do. I think I saw them when I went to RC Monster Jam World Finals at Digger's Dungeon. I think that was where I saw them guys. They had some really crazy ones. This was a couple years ago, and it was just threatening nasty rain, though. There you go. That should be your schedule right there. Now, we have the schedule. You know it's going to be a few minutes one way, a few minutes the other way. It's just kind of the way it's going to work. But regardless of all that, there is a schedule up there. Man, I can't wait to get this thing going. It's going to be just phenomenal. Is the LMT 2.0 still awesome? Yes, mine is still broken. I haven't ordered the parts for it. Just suspension links and shock ends is all I broke on when I got stupid out there. I don't know what I was doing to get so stupid on 3S, but I did it. I know. I hit that jump wrong. Hey, do you think I can get warranty on that? Because I jumped it wrong and crashed it on my own. All right, so cool deal. All right, so there will be a trail that I'm going to put in for ExoFest, and it's kind of going to be, there's a playground area that's going to be down in there, and I'm going to have it kind of zoom in, probably go past like maybe what I call the throne, which is like the throne of the gods or something, that big thing you walk all the way up, and if you fall off of it, you're just gone. Kind of one of those things. Probably go around, maybe up through those, and it's more than likely going to be just a single flag, and that single flag will just get you over there. You got to be within 4 feet of the flag either side. Simple as that. It's not a competition. It's not anything crazy. As long as you're within 4 feet of the flag, you're on the course. Sound good? The area behind the pavilion area, there's a spot that's been recently cleared off of rocks. That will be the course that I will set up, and that's a free course. Just go back there, crawl. I'll probably make up a score sheet for you guys, so you guys can pair up, go back there, crawl, and brag about it to your buddies. Bring the score sheets back to me. I may look at them, I may not. Who knows? Depends on what's going on. I do know, and I believe it was years ago, and I know Brian Parker's still in it. When I went to a couple of his Brian Parker Fest thing, it was phenomenal, okay? And he had us all on this course, this G6 Recon course type deal. I don't think he ever looked at the score sheets, one. I don't think he cared about the score sheets. What he did was he looked at who was having the most fun, who was helping the most, who was being the most outgoing. He was just looking for people that were generally enjoying the hobby, enjoying the people around him, and just enjoying being there. And to me, that's more important than a scorecard, to be honest with you. Yeah, I haven't messed with any apps for scoring though. Now, Pat, some of these guys have really good, like their class ones. Most of them are on 1.9s, of course, but some of these 155s, man, they really do perform. Some of these builders out there, man, they not only can they build a good truck, they can drive that truck. I mean, it's a big deal. David, if you have a ladder, buddy, it would be wonderful. I will not say no if you bring a ladder. That will be phenomenal. Stacy, I'm probably going to have just one canopy kind of out from the pavilion. Most of my stuff is probably going to be under the pavilion though. So I'm not sure the layout you got set up. I'm sure you'll send it to me this week sometime. Which I think you do such a good job at that, man. You're really, Stacy is really good at this stuff. She really is. This Pro is my first kit in years. I usually build it from scratch. What I like about complete kits is that it's all there. You're not second guessing this. You're not, oh, heck, I got to go order this from this guy. It's all in one box. And that's what I'm hoping to get with the Executioner. I want to have a full RTR. This is next year because it's going to take a lot of working to make this happen. Probably a lot of capital, which I don't really have right now, because you've got to have the money to put out. And then I'm going to say something very blunt with you guys. You have to have balls enough to put that money out there, the risk to get the money back and the reward. Just as front dude to dude as you can imagine right there, you know. You gotta risk it to try to win it. So anyway, hope that doesn't get me in trouble with YouTube.
Should it?
I mean, you got footballs, basketballs, soccer balls, disco balls, right? So any trees, a tree stand. There is a nice shaded area where I will have the free course set up. And of course, when I say free course, you'll still have access to all the rocks. But man, I tell you what, if you're out there for too long, you got to watch that old noggin. That sun's going to cook you. Testicular fortitude. Yes, I heard that was Jim Ross, WWF, way back in the day. You got it, buddy. You got to be real. You got to be willing to risk it. You know, I mean, it was a heck of a risk for me to leave my job. Very secure job. So far, I don't regret it. There's some fun. Got a snowball rolling. Big egg. That's it. That's it. And I don't want to have investors. I want to be able to do it all on my own. So it's like the axles from Mias that are on this truck right here, these prototype axles. You guys will see them this weekend. You know, they said, well, we can make you your axle. You got to order a minimum order quantity like 200. Well, let's just say the minimum order quantity cost was say 100. Still looking at 20 grand just to get these axles. And hopefully they don't have some major flaw in the darn things, you know. So anyway, they are going to offer them, I believe they're going to be called the Comp Capra axles, I believe is what the name is going to be on those. Got chicken balls too. Kane, come get you some. Looking forward to what comes of it. Thank you, Big Egg. Tell your attendees to wear outrageously large hats. Yeah, the big old hats. I'm going to get him my Reefs hat.
Oh, boy.
He is Mr. Shifts right here, buddy. Cheese balls. That's right. There's all kinds of balls out there, right? I'm about 21 years of going to business for myself. Chainsaw, buddy. It's scary, isn't it? It is really scary to just do that. You know? 2 CNC machine user. Haas 2 CNC machine used is reasonable-ish. Yeah, I would need to get full use of this building when I get that, which that could happen eventually. Straw hats, like Reese. Yes, I have thought about having straw hats. I just don't know where to go about getting them, you know? Shifts wheels. Hey, Big Egg likes shifts wheels.
They are nice wheels.
All right, good deal. I'm gonna be getting some Reese wheels.
They don't make brass wheels yet.
Reese has the brass faces, which he got from another guy I know of.
Yeah, but they don't make a full brass wheel. Full brass.
He's got the brass in. Actually, it's the brass inner, brass outer with the aluminum back on it. So it's
The ones
pretty
on my
darn
table
close.
are full brass. Everything's brass.
Is that those ones that are 7 pounds each?
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Yeah. Probably gives you good low center of gravity, don't it?
I never tried it yet. Do you remember the build that I had it on? I ripped it apart as soon as I drove Executioner.
Put them on something.
What I have left?
You don't. Oh no! All you have for crawlers now is an Executioner.
I retired everything else.
Wow. I'm slowly getting rid of a lot of my crawlers too. I mean, I guess it's just natural, I guess.
Well, heal them on, but it won't fit.
Yeah, not on the Helimon.
Thor, but it won't fit either.
No.
That's rarely it for crawlers. I pretty much Executioner put everything out of business for my crawlers.
Yeah, I've got 5 of them now. Not an easy decision. No, sir, it's not, Chainsaw, because you're leaving something, you're leaving security behind. But you know, if you always wait for the right time to do it, then you're just gonna be you'll be there till you're dead. You know, so it's never the right time until it is. And when that is comes around, you'll be like, I never took it. I swear I saw a brass reef servo on Clayton's Executioner. Ooh.
Marcus.
Ooh. See, Marcus is one of those you got to watch out for. He looks beyond what you're showing him.
Oh boy.
Dude, yeah. Yeah. He looks way beyond what you want him to see. And he remembers everything like an elephant. The dude doesn't forget anything. Seriously. About 250 units of bulk. I'll send you a straw. I'm sure they will, right? Yeah, this one's good on a class 3 type. Joe, what are you talking about? I've been wanting to get one of your shirts, Joe, but can't get them in a 4XL. All I can do is see if my shirt lady can get one. That's all I can do is try to get you one, buddy. Not too late or just sort of fade away. Guys that retire too late, from what I saw over and over and over again, they stay till they physically can't work. Then they retire and they barely make it to the next year and they're gone. I did not want to be that. I wanted to be able to try to get out and enjoy the one life I get, you know? I'm already happy. They just made me mad and frustrated all the time. Now, Chainsaw, I got to tell you, Exo, I guess I need to look at darn hats now. I wonder if my shirt lady can do straw hats. I'll call her tomorrow. But Chainsaw, it's interesting you brought that up. The one thing that I miss about my job is the people. I miss the jokes of all kinds. Believe me, we had jokes on anybody and everybody. It was awesome. I miss the arguments, just raising hell, mad at the world. I miss that. I miss sitting back, joking, relaxing. I miss being bored because, well, you know, you still have 2 hours to do this job and you've done it in 5 minutes. So I miss all that aspect of it, but I do not miss getting up early. As he found out, I don't like to wake up early at all.
No, you don't.
You don't either. Anyway, yeah, I don't like waking up early. I've thought about getting the job, like a part-time job, but then it's like as soon as I do that, they're going to tell me I have to be there at such and such a time. And I'd be like, what if I wanted to use the bathroom at that time? What if I got a hot product coming in I got to take care of? And it just eliminates that. So, yep, no, not happening. Really didn't make it. We do sun hats and stuff for sure. All right, we got trophies for EF1. Thank you, Tommy. You want Exo socks and undies. Dude, I may have those, but you got to go to spring.com. I have a little store at Spring. Nobody ever buys anything from it, but I do have like leggings and stuff on there. Exocaged leggings. Yes. They're there. The camaraderie. That's it, Marcus. The Exo casuals. Before I do that, though, for real, I guess I need to, I don't know, maybe try the AI thing or something. But I want some shirts. Like, look at this shirt from Shift. That's a cool shirt, okay? It's got things to look at. That's a cool shirt. I need a shirt more than just this. So I need to come up with something to be a little more standout. So I was wanting to get some Executioner shirts, very specific shirts with like flames and stuff, but I haven't been able to get the artistic work to happen yet. I got the same problem, Joe, and I have the same job you had, except I have an engineer title. I work on my RCs after job. Man, I built a lot of RCs. I mean, I would get down in there on the lathes and the big drill presses, and every now and then they'd let me mess with a CNC. So yeah, I did quite a bit of RC stuff. My CR410, which is the Techno 410 short course truck, it has hubs on there. I literally had a piece of 1/4-inch aluminum, sheet aluminum. I put it into a rotational engraver, and I was using a 1/16 end mill in this thing. And I literally cut these wheel hexes out to fit Traxxas wheels because I wanted to use the Traxxas UDR sand paddles on the truck. I've never seen anybody with them, but literally I designed and made those back when I had the job. And I'm going to tell you, when you're cutting 6061 aluminum, WD-40 is your friend, okay? And very slow, because I was literally cutting with a 1/16 end mill all the way around. That's really small. So you had to go really slow. And then when you start getting down to that 1/4-inch depth, you really got to make sure the oil is there. If not, you'll start galling, and then you'll just pop that end mill like it's nothing. Run 5 some, you sell some flashy art cheap. I think I have an account with Fiverr. Chat GPT. Is Chat GPT the same as what's on like the Instagram? Like when I did the little logo for this, I went on like Instagram, I pushed a picture button that said imagine, and that was how I got the Exorcist name. That's how I got that for the thumbnail. Exorcist. TikTok. You did. Use it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but would that translate into a shirt though? Maybe. I don't know. Exo hammock. Exo hammock.
Probably means a hammock that you lay in.
Yeah, I haven't been on a hammock in forever. EF1 shirt. Now the EF1, what we did was we kind of went with tornado on that because EF1 is like a tornado thing. Now when we get past EF5, which should be next year, EF2 should happen this year. I guess we're just going to keep counting up. And now, speaking of that, event shirts. I do have event shirts. I've got all the event shirts I'm going to take. I have some available in different sizes and all that. If they sell out at the event and you are at the event, okay, I'm not giving these shirts out. I'm not selling these shirts to the public unless you're at the event. These are event shirts for a reason. Okay. Either you have to be there, or like say you get one for your wife. I understand that. But these are event shirts. You have to be there. And if we are sold out, and if you're willing to pay, because they're 25 bucks a shirt, which I don't think is too bad, to be honest with you. Um, if you're willing to pay 30 shipping, then I can actually take your order and get the shirts made and ship them to you. It might take a week or so afterwards, but I can get them to you. So if I do sell out and you are there at the event, I can get you an event shirt after the fact. So, but shirts are, I do have quite a few shirts that were already claimed as far as like their sizes and this. I've got all that listed in my phone. The other shirts, simply put, are first come, first served. So if you're there Friday and you need one of these shirts, you need to come see me. I mean, if I have your name on a shirt, like I have a couple reserved, then I'm gonna put that shirt aside for you, you know. But then just the general shirts, first come, first served, cash money, because you know cash is
Cash is king.
Cash is king. That's it. My shirt needs pockets. I had some shirts made with the pockets, and if you want to special order those, Mike Debris, I can get some special made for you. I can do that. I had to get with my shirt lady to find out. Now that may be a different shirt material altogether. The shirt material I'm getting is similar to this right here, which you can wear in the summertime. You can actually wear this shirt outside. The shirts I did have before, and I do have some old shirts over here. Man, they're like wearing jackets. Maybe you in Canada, you might be okay with them, but us down here in the South, buddy, I can't wear them in the summertime. I would be sweating sitting right here if I was wearing them shirts. I don't know what it is, dude. It's like wearing a sweater.
I was wearing a sweater when I started driving here.
Imagine you were. Imagine you were. In the old building from 50s, have a drill press, workbenches. Yeah, the building that I worked in, my department was maintenance. I was forklift mechanic. I done unofficially forklift, pallet jack. Well, that was official, but I've done sheet metal, welding, everything from stick, TIG, MIG, all that stuff. They let me in the machine shop, and I was able to mess around with stuff, but I never got formal training on that. I wish I would have, but um, it's just kind of what it is. And as far as like with the engraver that I had that I used to make stuff off of, what in the world that bug got in here? I was self-taught on that, and when it comes to the parts I'm making, self-taught. Most of it is by error. You learn by messing things up. Do you know what a banana hammock is?
Never mind. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You almost got him, Marcus. It's similar in nature. I'm sure Instagram has their own proprietary clothes from. Yes, thank you for getting big boy sizes. Is the event on Friday or just come to get? Now, as far as the event goes, the park is open. You can show up on Thursday and go ahead and start doing your camping and all that. I will be there Thursday, but I won't be there for very long. I'm going to drop the trailer off, try to start throwing up some banners, kind of claim my corner of the pavilion, to try to get that under ExoFest control. You know what I'm saying? But Friday morning, that will be the definite setup day and all that. Probably Friday afternoon or something like that. I'll probably try to get the shirts out so we can start getting those out to everybody. Because a few of you guys did prepay. Most of you guys are already on the list. Then I'll pick it. That'll get you taken care of when we get there. All that stuff. So, yeah, but I will have shirts all the way through Sunday unless they sell out. And like I said, if they sell out, we can order after the fact. But they are event shirts. You got to have been there. Same with EF2. Once I'm done with EF1, There will be no more EF1 shirts made. We're done. EF1 is done. Same with EF2. Once EF2 is done, there's no more EF2 shirts. There just isn't. So, yeah. We will be heading in Alabama Friday. If you need some hands setting up, I could always use a little bit of help. I'm not sure how many banners I've got this one. I know I've got like Reefs and M2C, and I know RC Junkyard. There's actually quite a few actually. But anyway, yeah. And what I did not get? I wanted to do a big old Exo Fest banner. I wonder if I still have enough time if I can find one locally to get an Exo Fest banner made and brought out there. Do you guys have any quick connections that can get an Exo Fest banner made? Something that we can auction off? Probably just give the money right to Cherokee on that. Does anybody have any connections that can get an Exo Fest banner made? Yes, Marcus. Actually, I am planning on these. I've got to change the front one though, because on this particular truck, that body mount is also your ESC and receiver mount. So I haven't tried that on an Executioner yet. I guess it would fit an Executioner. I haven't really tried it though.
Think it would?
I don't know. We can take that one off and try it, I guess, a little bit later. As soon as we wrap this up. You got 19 minutes left. Try Black Creek signs by Burger King in Middleburg. Been years since I went in there, but I will try them if they can get something done in time, because I think that will be kind of a cool thing to do. And I hadn't even thought about that till I have well, let's see if I got an Exo. I should have a regular Exocaged banner, maybe. I don't know.
You got the other one, Exocaged banner.
I got the one big one that I'm sending to Canada with you.
We can still use it.
Well, yeah, but if I use it for what I'm wanting, everybody's going to sign it, and I'm going to auction it off. So that means you wouldn't get it. Unless you outbid everybody. That would be horrible, wouldn't it? But I may have another Exocaged banner, like a regular one. But that won't be as special as Exo Fest 1. Because, I mean, this is the first one of what could be a really big series of events. I will get a hold of Black Creek Signs and just see what they got. See if they can take care of something for me. Car break up with a battery. Why did the RC car break up with its battery? Because it just couldn't spark the connection anymore. You understand what he's saying?
No, I don't.
Okay. When the battery loses the connection in the car, it can actually not get the spark through where it's supposed to. And that can cause vehicles to literally fall apart. That's why you got to have a good secure battery connection every time.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Hey, Marcus, I'm living on the edge right now.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right, Torpedo Law. Good one, buddy. You got only 14 hours away. 14 hours? Who? I got a lot longer than 14 hours there, buddy. Oh, all right. That was a pretty good one there. Have you ever had like people say things and it just go right across your head?
All the time.
You do?
Yep.
Has it happened lately?
Probably did. I never even noticed.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Okay, what else can we talk about?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about the connection. But okay. All right. So, yeah. All right. 15
Okay,
minutes.
I'm catching on now a little bit.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, what?
Connection.
Yeah.
I'm lost again.
Okay. Have you ever seen a tractor when, like in India, where they're pulling something and the tractor breaks in half?
Yeah.
Well, it lost the metallic connection there. We're talking electrical connection. Two very different things.
Ain't that dumb yet?
You're not that dumb?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, we still got time. Have you shot? Oh, Marcus.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did actually.
I loved it.
Yeah, we had a little 1500 milliamp battery that was acting up. So yeah, he did. And you were what, about maybe 20 feet away with a very small caliber pew pew. And dude, I got to give him credit. He only missed it by about 2 inches. So a small little 1500 milliamp battery from about 20 feet away, first ever pull of a trigger, and it was only off about 2 inches. That was actually pretty good, dude. That was actually pretty good. So really good actually. So, and then Gary took a few rounds with it.
He just unloaded it.
I'm like, what the heck, dude? And then I think I got within what an inch and a half of it. I got pretty close too.
Yeah, he did.
I got pretty close too. Oh, tannerite. Tannerite is what you use in Georgia, isn't it? Or like Alabama. Tannerite is basically like isn't tannerite like a more consumer grade dynamite? I think it is. Have you ever had fireworks? Firecrackers?
Yeah, but it's frowned upon.
Okay. Not really frowned upon here.
Luckily.
What you got to do?
You know why it's not frowned upon?
You take a firecracker, just a regular one, right? You get one with like a good stem on it, because some of these stems will go real quick, some will go slow, right? What you do is you take that stuff and you put it about this deep into a fire ant bed. Okay? You set that thing off and you stand about 2 feet back and you watch it.
I'll do it tomorrow.
No, you're not.
Come on.
Dude, it will blow fire ants all over you.
You gotta let me try something. You didn't even let me do the ice machine. Stick my head underneath there. That's all you can eat buffet.
Well, because you were in my car. Now I don't want you to come back with icy all over your head. He was going to put his face into the icy machine and try to catch it. He's a wild one, huh? Let me tell you. Been on a list for like 14 years. You seen it right at the RC Forum. If we ever do another event at the RC Forum and you're down here, dude, I guess you'll get to see some tannerite.
Sweet.
There's a binary, some fun stuff. Poor boy C4 there. Yeah. I won't be attending, brother. That's gonna be a good one. Chad Harvey, buddy, I hate to hear that, man. But go out, take care of what you gotta take care of, buddy. No wheezing the juice. Right, dude, he would have had the biggest brain freeze. Could you imagine icy? Dude, your eyes would have just teared and fell out, dude.
Would have been fine.
I've had brain. I love a good icy, and I've had brain freezes where it felt like my eyeball was just gonna fall out of my head. Ugh. All right, so I guess we're about to finish this thing up here. What else can I talk about with the event? Okay, with the event, make sure you bring a lot of fluids, water, and all that. There's supposed to be the food truck there. So with the food truck there, we should have all kinds of stuff. I will tell you this, one thing he hasn't had yet is a slaw dog. And if you go there, you got to get the slaw dog from the food truck, dude. It's good.
Yeah, I gotta get one right away.
Yeah, I think I spent like $25 in slaw dogs at the last event I was at. And they cost $5 a slaw dog. I may have spent more. They're good, dude.
What else can I try?
Uh,
Apparently, boiled peanuts supposed to be really good.
have you ever had like a funnel cake?
I don't think so.
I have to find somebody with fair food. I don't know of anybody around that makes funnel cakes. At the fairs, the big Polska kielbasa sausages with all the onions and everything, those are good. Yeah, those are good. Hydration tablets. I can see that. What truck is this? This is a truck that does not exist yet. Well, it kind of does. This is what I'm working off. Fried Oreos. I tried those. They were okay. I was at, I think, the Clay County Fair. This is actually a prototype in all kinds of ways, actually. Everything from the chassis through axles, everything, being the Exorcist, which would be like a sporty class crawler. The way I've currently got this set up, okay, this skid, which is very different from the Executioner, it currently will bolt up to the Executioner chassis. So some parts will be interchangeable, just so you know. And I want to try to make it like that. These body mounts I've got here, I've already tested these a little bit. I had some crashes on them, and it seems like they're going to be fine. PLA carbon fiber, literally printed nut threads. I mean, in a good crash, though, I mean, you got to expect, what's going to happen here. But so far, everything is holding up really good on it. This has the ultralight deluxe transmission in it with a Holmes 380 revolver, the Hyper Apex ESC, and my GT5 transmitter. So I like that thing. It's very ancient by today's standards, but it's awesome. Exogate Pro. Good seeing on the channel, running RC with Joe Rob. Dude, he's been awesome, man. And tomorrow, hopefully, we got to get a Thor drive, Losi NASCAR, and Red Cat SDK.
And maybe that Notorious.
And he just traded for a Notorious. So you want to run your Notorious alongside mine?
Yeah. Trying to get the side-by-side triple backflips on the big ramp.
Dude, they can do like 6 backflips.
Try for 7 then.
You just got to hold the throttle. Just hold the throttle. And then I turn the camera down in slow-mo and we try to count the flips.
Okay.
But before we hit that ramp again, I got to get back there with a mower and get that grass cut.
Also, so, end up with the bush again.
Oh, dudes. We were so far into the bushes, it was hung up on a vine. I had to get Clayton in the bucket of the tractor with a stick with a hook on the end of it to get this thing off. That was the mini XRT. Yeah. And that was my fault. I'm the one that just veered off the ramp like a crazy guy, man. It was my worst jump ever, I think.
I'm pretty sure I told you to send it.
Well, you said, can you do a double backflip? I'm like, well, yeah, I think so. And just messed up like crazy. So, but I did come back and I got a quad flip 4. He's going to send me the banner. Yeah, banner, but he didn't. I'm still happy now. Well, do you at least have one of your programmers for the Apex? Because if you got a second one, you should have had a programmer on the first one. I mean, it'll work. And just so you guys know, I did try that programmer on the Holmes 2-in-1, and it didn't read it. I contacted Holmes, and he said you have to reflash the board, the controller that's inside the motor. And I'm like, that's way beyond my skill level. So, nope, that is not going to happen. So, yeah, unfortunately, the Hyper programmer did not work for it. Glenn's RC, what's up, buddy? Oh, hydration tablet. It's a real pretzel is good. Oh, a pretzel. Yeah, you've had a pretzel, right?
I had a pretzel.
Okay. They have pretzels up in Canada. So, and just so you guys know, real quick, we got 6 minutes left. We did do the Fruit Loop thing. Now, his Fruit Loop box, it still has a big list of ingredients too. A little bit different, a little bit, of course. His Fruit Loops are a little bit paler in color. Do you guys ever remember that picture that showed I think the girl that was in Game of Thrones, she had a donut with a real tight hole on it, and they had one of Hillary Clinton with an old wore out donut that was all dry rotted and stuff. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, it's like the Canadian Fruit Loops were a little closer to the dry rotted donut.
Not sure they can see that.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to see that. But this is the Canadian, and this is ours. Ours has more food dyes and stuff in it, you know. Yeah, slow. Yeah, slow. That was her. Yeah, with the tight donut versus old wore out Hillary donut. Uh, but anyway, I did notice that on his cereal, it took a little longer for the milk to soften them up. And I also noticed that the flavor went away a little quicker on yours. Like on ours, it took the milk in quicker and kind of held the flavor a little bit stronger. But we got all kinds of artificial junk in ours, which is way more than what they have in theirs. So it kind of makes sense, right? So anyway, all right. So yeah, we're about to wrap this thing up, man. We got 5 minutes. This is your last time on the live. Would you like a few minutes and talk to the world?
Well,
All 54 of them.
Well, it was nice like meeting everyone here, like meeting Paul, your crew, Nitro Pimp. Finally get to meet pretty much everyone I talked to from the chat in person. Everyone's still chill here, welcoming. Pretty much anything you see in the news is a lie. Big time. Like for me, I love the freedom here. Big time. And I'm not sure what else to say, actually.
Well, he found out we don't have gators walking all around the yards. Because when you're up there and you see the news only shows you the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, really. The same with us. The news shows us the crazy and bad stuff. They never show real stuff usually, which is usually pretty lame.
The traffic is nuts here, especially Atlanta.
Atlanta can be really bad, dude. Really bad. I think when we go up, we're going to end up on the 285 bypass, and hopefully we can avoid some of that because we have to go west around Atlanta and over.
Oh boy.
Hopefully we can avoid that. Look American enough to not get hassled. Marcus, we actually went to was it Gatorland or
Gator Farm?
The Gator Farm in St. Augustine. Dude, they had like I don't know what 300 gators or something.
Yeah, lots.
We saw a gator feeding and all that stuff. So yeah, I did show him some gators. Yes.
Still never wrestled one yet.
He wants to wrestle a gator. I'm like, dude. And then you mentioned a small one. I said, dude, the small ones are 10 times quicker and faster and just anyway. I'm not touching a gator. All right, so we got some more questions for you here. Stacy, looking forward to meeting you this weekend. Big Egg, are the roads here better? You guys got to understand, I live down a dirt road.
Yep, the highways are way better. Canada, you're pretty much playing dodge of potholes. You look like you're drunk. You're pretty much weaving all over the roads. If you hit a pothole, you can bend rims, flat tires, control arms are bent. It's horrible. Highways here, smooth as butter. I love it.
I wouldn't say they're smooth as butter, but
well, for me, it's smooth as butter.
For you, yeah. Did we eat any alligator? I don't think we actually got to eat any alligator. We didn't get to any of those restaurants. Dude, we thought we would have so much time, and we really did not.
Maybe eat a shrimp tail.
Yeah, he did eat. I didn't realize this, that he had never eaten a shrimp before, so we stopped in. We got some shrimp, and he ate the shrimp like what you would with the tail in your fingers, right? Looked right at me and goes, and my wife was there. We're like, dude, no, spit that out. He didn't know that you don't eat the shell of the shrimp, and I didn't realize that. So I should have told him. But yes, he did try to eat a shrimp's tail. Clayton, it takes minutes to learn. The rest of alligators don't do it. Someone may even set a course for a cash comp Saturday, depending on how many might be interested. No affiliation. Paul, yes, if you want to do that, that's on you, buddy. Glenn's RC, thank you, buddy. Grizzly, everyone, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Just tuning in. I've had alligator. I have too, but we didn't really mess with it. Didn't go to a place that had alligator, really. Chase Elliott Wilson in 2025. What are some things you can do to make it go faster box stock? Well, I know what you're talking about, because in box stock form on the tracks that we have, the size that we have, they're too fast, but in an open parking lot, they're really slow. I get that. I'm not even sure if you can change pinion gears. Maybe you can. I know maybe Nitro Pimp. I know he's had a NASCAR at, what was it, 110? Didn't you?
That
Nitro
setup was
Pimp?
nuts.
But it was very, very modified. But he may have an idea what you can get for a spur gear, maybe a smaller spur gear or something. 113. Nitro, are there smaller spur gears or something that he can do real cheap to make it faster? I mean, gearing is about the only thing you're going to do. You might could swap the receiver ESC radio out for a 1060 with 3S. Maybe you could do that. Or what can you get? Lookout Mountain. Smallest is the 48 tooth from the Mojave Grom. Okay. So you pick up 4 teeth right there, a little bit faster. RC do, yeah. See, that's a very common class for those. So yeah, very common class to just do box stock. We have box stock and modified. I have a FureTech system in mind with the 380 with a 1/8 shaft and all that. Dude, an absolutely phenomenal system. But when I do race, man, I got my throttle turned down to like 60% because our tracks aren't big enough to open this thing up. So 3748 in the Larson car experiment. Gotcha. So guys, it is after 9 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Been a heck of a week, man. We've went a lot of places, done a lot of videos, all that kind of stuff. So would you like to close this one, buddy?
Yeah. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Is that how we do it?
I don't know. I just make stuff up as I go. So, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. And hopefully I will get to see you guys at Exo Fest. And you'll get to meet Clayton. Do I need to bring Clayton a competitive tug truck? Oh, Tommy, dude, yes, please. He would love to do that. He was asking if he could use Thor in the tug award. I'm like, Thor is not meant for that. That ESC would pop so fast under that kind of a load. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Clayton will enter everything that's available for him to enter. So anyway, guys, catch y'all later, and I will see you guys at Exo Fest. I'm a little nervous about this thing.
Shouldn't have to be.
I'm a little bit nervous though. This could be a really big thing, and I hope it is. Anyway, guys, let me get this off, and we got to rebuild that with this chassis right here. Get the Losi NASCAR ready,
The Red Cat ready,
Red Cat, and all that, so we can do all our on-road stuff tomorrow. All right, guys, and then the Notoriouses.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a good day. I'm gonna suck my gut in as I walk around here. I can't breathe.